disassembled the dehumidifier, and I am troubleshooting it and I believe that that this unit is low on Freon. I believe that because this area here gets a buildup of ice, and about a 5-inch strip, 4 or 5-inch strip right here just filled with ice. Generally that's a good indication that your system is low on Freon. So what I purchased is I bought what they call a bullet piercing valve, and let me pull it out of the package. This is just like a metal valve, and what it is inside of here on this center core is a pointed tip, and that actually goes in. We're going to install it on this tube here, which is the suction line, and just cut some of this back just a little bit. In fact, it's even got some water in there. So what this has in there is it has a pointed tip that once installed onto that line, see if I can get it apart, when it's screwed in, it will puncture the line or put a little hole in there. If you can see that, there is just a little teeny hole there, and that will actually go in and puncture a hole inside this tube. And that's where when you go to refill the unit, that's where the Freon will go in and out. And once this is installed, we'll take and screw this piercing valve in tight, and it'll create a hole, and then it's like a valve, and on and off. So once it's screwed in, it's closed. Once you open it up a little bit, it's open, and the valve will be able to let the Freon in. Now, I got this on I believe it was eBay. They come, it's kind of like a universal. It comes with two different size. Dropped it. Comes with two different sizes for pipelines. One for I don't know, 1/4 inch. The other one for like a 3/8, and then one for the main one. I believe is this is probably a 3/8 line. I'm not sure. So anyways, what you need to do is just find out which line you use. You can tell that this one here, it won't fit. There's a gap. This one's even smaller, so we won't even have to use the spacers or the line holder, I guess you'd call it. So anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to put it right here, and all you do is stick it on the line like that and line up the holes and start to screw them in. You want to make sure that they're tight, and you want to probably fix this in a spot where it's easily accessible to screw the screw in and out, and also it has to be in far enough so that when you put the cover back on, it's not going to hit it. So I believe that's about, yeah, we can check it. We can check to see if it's in. So just by putting a straight edge, because the cover's going to cover there, so it looks like any way you fix that, it's going to pass the when the cover's on. So basically, screw this in tight, and it comes with a little Allen wrench on here, so that you can adjust and screw everything in tight here. You want it inside the valve here, or on the face of the valve. You probably noticed that there was like a little gasket or rubber or something of that nature to help seal the pipe and the piercing valve. So now that we have that on there, it comes with a cap. This cap's got a little piece of rubber on the inside that will screw on here, and that way if this is by chance left open, that this rubber will cover the end so that the Freon doesn't leak out the end of it. But you want to put this piercing valve on the suction end of the compressor. There's generally two lines coming out of the compressor. One is the suction line, the other one is the high pressure line. And usually you can tell because they're different sizes. If you were to put this on the high pressure line, when you went to fill it with Freon, it would actually pump, I believe, pump the Freon and the oil that's in this back into your bottle, which could make the bottle explode. For that, and I'm not a air conditioner tech or anything like that. So this is just kind of what I've read. I did this to one other machine, dehumidifier. I think it was a Frigidaire that was probably maybe 6-8 years old, and sister-in-law was going to throw it away. And I said, well, let me give it a try. And if it was broke, it was broke. And so I put a bullet piercing valve, got them on eBay for, I think it was 2 for like $6 or $5.99, free shipping. I put it on, and that particular unit took R22 refrigerant. This one takes R410. I did end up going online and buying refrigerant also from eBay. That ended up costing, I believe it was $89 for almost a 2-pound bottle. And you can buy that pretty much anywhere online. So on my next video, I'm actually going to show how to recharge it. At this point, I've got the screw on, I've got the bullet piercing valve on. Now what I'm going to end up doing is I will take this center screw and start screwing it in so that it pierces the metal tube. I guess once you do this, there's no turning back. So once you screw it in and it screws in, you'll feel when it stops. At this point, it's punctured a hole into the tube, and it's considered, I would consider it closed. At this point, now you can then, when you go to fill it, open this up just a couple turns, and if I was to pull this off, actually we'll close it, and then if I pull this off just to for the heck of it, let's see if we can hear anything. Yeah, so you can hear the Freon come out of it. So it just takes a couple turns to open it. So there is just a little bit of Freon in there, but we'll close it back up tight, and then on my next video I'll start to fill it. So anyways, that's how to install a bullet piercing valve. Again, this is on a Hisense 95 pint dehumidifier. We're going to attempt to recharge it so that you know, I think it's kind of pointless to throw a machine away that's only a year and a half old. The bottle of Freon did cost you know, $89, but a new one of these, the new 100 pint unit is about $400. I think $3.99, probably plus shipping. So you know, there's a little bit of savings there, and you can continue to recharge it and make it last for a number of years. So if you have any questions, you know, send them to me, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching.